All right, we're going to take a look at rigging the casualty up for a horizontal lower or horizontal raise. When we look at this, as we said before in the overview, instead of just having 4 for our bridle, we're actually going to have 6. So in this configuration, we're going to note that we don't have anything else in here, and that is why the other 2 are added. So we have a soft litter so it doesn't completely hammock on us with the casualty in it. It'll keep it really a lot more linear than one would expect, realizing that if we had a talon in here or we had a foxtrot, it would add a little bit more stability to the bottom and keep them a little bit straighter. So when we take a look at this, there's a couple different options we have here. So here's our 4 main. I'll usually start up onto the shoulder, rig way down to the same sides, legs, move right on up, and capture these 4 right off the bat. Now, with that, we have 2 more, so we're going to pull that up from the head. We can go and Velcro that out, hit that. At this point, I'll usually go ahead and know that I'm not going to be going kind of in a head down, so I'll go ahead and shorten that up quite a bit. So when we raise that, we've got tension on that head. The last one is obviously the feet. That's right on the front here, and this will come up. So this is where things get a little bit interesting. So we've got quite a bit of bulk, regardless of what hoist system that we're using in here, that we have bunched up in the carabiner. Common sense would kind of tell you, like, I want these spread out, I don't want them compressing each other, and when we go in here, the other side of it is, we all have heard of tri-loading. So what's really interesting is in all the studies now, whenever we're using, whether it's a D-frame or in this case it's more of a pear-shaped HMS, what they found is what maintains the majority of the strength of your carabiner is actually jamming it down to the bottom. Because if we look at it here, it actually performs like a lever. So if this gets sprawled out, and on a weight of a single casualty on a hull or lower, we should not be concerned about that really whatsoever. Normally, even if we have a litter attendant, we're going into a hot point and not into their carabiner. We're going into a separate point above that, so we shouldn't be levering this anywhere. But just from a strength standpoint, scrunching these up at the bottom is what's going to maintain the majority of the strength of your carabiner when we get in the case of jamming webbing, whether it's on an anchor or if it's off passively onto a bridle. So as we come down, we just kind of put an extension on here. Sit there, so even without any stiffening platform in here, just as that, you can see how these 2 added in there is actually maintaining a really nice angle for that casualty. So if we're not concerned about huge C-spine issues or anything like this, it works very well just by itself without having to add a talon or adding a foxtrot to it. The one advantage of a foxtrot that we've done, especially in the assault or ground configuration of this, is that it gives you the capability of being able to drag them to that location without always having to carry. Keep in mind also that you do have 2 built-in handles on each side. One is a horizontal, which is built right here by where one of the feet is. The other one is right on top of where your first black buckle is on the outside, which is just Velcroed in here. So you do have handles for 4 people or 2 people doing a carry or dragging them if you have a foxtrot in with it.